Hey y'all, come and unwrapped some packages that I bought from Shein, and also still learning the process of how to edit all my videos, and I'm gonna try my best to be consistent on these vlogs that I'm making. And let's open these packages. Now this is some flashlights that you could use at night if you're reading a book. Whatever you want to do, it can be useful for you. So you don't have to turn on the actual light in your room if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? If you're sharing light, saying like you're sharing a room with someone and you don't want to turn on the big light, you can have that little mini light to do whatever you want to do. It's very bright, to be quite frank about. It is very bright. I love them. I make sure to buy the ones that are rechargeable, because listen, I don't have no time for go on no store for find no battery for nothing. Okay? Yeah. So me I pull out the whole of them, cause when I buy it from Shein still, I was like, should I or should I not? Are they gonna be good quality or not? You know what I'm saying? But it was a reasonable prices I bought them for as well. So they come with charger. They come with stuff that you can like clamp it on a book. Wherever you want to, you can be able to access to clamp it on there. You can do as well. And me never did know say me dey go buy so much, cause maybe when me dey buy this my brain dey tired, cause me never know something not buy for, but nevertheless nothing not too much. You understand? It's good to have plenty than less. So I was making sure I pull all of them out to make sure I get everything that was said I will get with it. And whoa, the light is bright, guys. I love the light. The light is lighting. Yeah. Like I say, it's flexible too. And since it's flexible, I like that. Me, like that. Yeah, I like say flexible and nice. I'm mainly buy this for my mom. I mainly buy this for my mom. So if she don't want to turn on her actual light, she can use these, and it's better. No joke. I even use them too. It is good to use them. If you don't want to turn on too much light, if you want to save your money, if you pay a light bill and you don't want to run up too much, use them. Yeah, make sure them charge fully charge and use them. Yeah, come here, make sure say everything I work. Come down off, go over she and boom down over there. You understand? I ask them, oh, them same things when I work. So but you really have to check if all of them is working, because if them already at work, me don't know what them that tell me say. Yes, so me I teach Jenny how to turn it on and how to use it, because Jenny has to know how to use it. Because if she doesn't, boy oh boy, I will be like teaching her again and again and again and again. So it's good to teach her how to do it, so she can use it on her own without have to say, how you do this, how you do that. Yeah, for learn. So now me I think now fi lock off the light them, right? Move them something here, right? Have a little space for Johnny Bible. Yeah. Have a little space for Johnny Bible and our stuffs. So we'll move up everybody here, so we have a little clearance. To see how everything with our work out, how everything with our look, with just the flashlights. So Jenny, I set up for your Bible neat, cause she ready, cause she wants to see if it really work good, in the darks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we are clamp them on. See, you can clamp on your book them by whatever. You just lock off the lights. The two of them work good, people. Yeah. You don't have a strain your eye on at all. Yeah. I just boops, bops, boops, boops, boops with that. I used to say it work good. Yeah. Yeah, it work. They talk do it job. But now I tell you no lie. I'm not telling no lie to people. We use them every night still, We use them every night. See? Flexible and nice, bright and nice. Yeah. Nice shining armor. Yeah. And them that. Good quality. Yeah. Shein, you're going with a 7. I stop by from you, girl. Yeah. Me not stop by from you. Jesus. Light, bright and nice. Talk to Machine Gal them. Machine Gal them always buzzing. Wanna know about we say? Eh? Yeah. I don't would all love Sheen. I'm sorry for y'all. So people, this is the next package. Same thing at my game. My double triple dose bites. Cause like when I buy the things that my brain do well tired. I was trying to finish my brain new well tired. So them something I show you is like a tape thing where you know you can use for highlight whatever you write or somewhere in a reading book that you want to highlight. Yes, so that is what it's for. So if you don't really want to use a marker, you can use that. You know, those are like wherever you stop in the book or whatever it is, you can use that to mark where you stop. So you can use it for that. Or if you want to use it for something else, I don't know what me I tell you you can do and what you're supposed to do. Hello. So me I pull them to see if them can work for true. Cause listen to me. Me never disappointed by anything that I bought off Shein, no people. Me not tell no lie, you know. Never disappointed yet. I always get the things. Me don't know if it's because before I buy anything, I make sure I read the reviews to be sure about whatever I am buying. Because I tell you this. I work off. I look at Chupengs them. Real hard. And when I mean hard, I find corporate places to work. Yeah. Me not sell my body. Sorry, me don't sell my body. No. Go corporate business places where I have people and work and get my stuff them. Yeah. And that me do. And them is working in. So she not going with herself. And see me I go try put in the tape now. Cause I said the book and look what thing there. I don't know what them call it. I don't remember what them call it, but it worked for the Bible. So we want to see the tape I go work for the book. Cause I'm not gonna lie, these tapes are really good enough cause I have a little journal that I write in and I use the tapes to highlight a lot of stuff that I want to highlight. You know, and it does work. Me and Jenny figuring out how to get to this tape at this moment, you know, sure. But hopefully it work out because I'm a trying girl. Can't beat a trying girl, you know. Patience is good. Yeah. So we are open it up then all. Like how Jesus opened the two sides of the sea. A two or one. No, Jesus, no. Father God used Moses to depart the water in the sea. Something like that. Yeah. So Jenny things I'm going and I stay up to date the people. Me like that. It look good. Yeah. Well, I know, I think the phone not doing any justice, but in person it does look good. See, I know, my mother decides to go wash one of the head because we need to. Because why do we are catching like we have lice night people? I feel so no, man. We need to do better. You know? So yeah, alright, make me and Eugene wash with ear with ear, blow dry with ear, and comb with ear. Everything, you know, it's all about the ear. So the meantime, we're doing that. Let's talk, people. Let's talk. I'm going to want a story. Like what Shensia say. Like she tell me one story. People, remember one time, you know, as a little girl, you know, we as picking when we're this small, you know. We're too curious, you know. Alright guys, before I get into that, let me show you my brother's music entertainment page. This is his music entertainment page where he posts everything that he creates But yes, my brother is an artist. He created his own craft and arts. He go on other rhythms that he tried to see if he could get highlights on. He have great music. He does have great. This is his artist page. People go and follow him as well on both page. Listen, my brother a bad artist. Don't get it twisted. I want J King on the app. Are you crazy? Yeah, follow him on the pages that I show you guys. Yeah, and this is all the streams and the listeners that who listen to all these songs. I want to say thank you to y'all. Thank you to all the supporters out there who did that. I appreciate that. He's a very trying, hard-working person that look on his craft, tries different things to make his sound more different, let his own sounds have a unique style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to say thank you to y'all who listen to all this music. Thank you to all the people who post it. Thank you to all the person who acknowledged and say, hey, this guy have some songs that I will listen to like every day. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. You're too curious. You know, say, remember when before my father and mother departed, my father always giving my mother, I don't know, father ever treat, like you look at tingling can't see 9 pounds. And when we this small, I was a very, very, very quiet little girl. I don't really talk. People thought that I was dumb because I don't speak. Yeah. But nevertheless, who cares what they think? So, every time my father supposed to come for me from school, he will bring me to all the places that he hangs out with all these girls, different type of women, and I usually like cry about it. I was like, if you're not at peace or comfortable or don't think you should be around somebody that doesn't make you feel love or whatever the case may be, why would you be with the person? Why would you cheat on the person? You know what I'm saying? Because you could bring any disease, any infection, all those stuff to that person, and you're the one who's cheating. You're the one who's all about with different type of women. I remember my dad was picking me up from school and as a little kid, and he was bringing me with him on that ends with another girl, where that girl lived on the hills or something, and my father left me in the car and gone in the girl yard until left me in the car till it was dark. I was in the car until it was dark, and I cried. I was like, dang, if my dad doesn't love and respect my mom, who is me for him to love and respect? You know what I'm saying? But just because I was a kid who doesn't speak, he said, okay, I can bring her anywhere with me because she's not going to speak a lot. You know, I even remember when one night he was doing a security work and he said, oh, he's going for his pay, and I'm like, can I come, and he made me come. But at the end of the day, he wasn't only picking up his pay, he was also linking up with another girl, another bitch. Yeah. But I was like, man, only if my mom knew her worth, you know? Only if she knew. I remember so many things that my dad do to my mom. I was like, dang, this man doesn't love my mom. I always say, if you think that you're not ready to settle with one person, do not get married. Do not get married. I remember my mom got so fed up of all these stuff that he's doing. I remember one morning my mom get up and she went to this gully and threw her married ring in the gully. I was like, damn. Some people call like gutter, but we in Jamaica we call it gully. Yeah. So my mom was crying too when she did that, because like she's saying, I shouldn't be married to this guy if I'm not worth being that woman he wants. So she throw away that ring, and I don't mind either. I would too. Okay, I went with my mom to throw that ring away, and I felt good about it too. But anyways, my dad keep on doing his thing. My dad even bring women into my mother's house to have sex with, and that was like, that like is crossing a lot of boundary. Bring up my mother, do not with my mom. You don't celebrate you and my mom anniversary. You don't celebrate my mom's birthday. None of those stuff. I don't see you do that shit, girl. Yeah. And then like, this guy is crazy. He's crazy. I wanted to tell my mom, and I didn't know how to tell her, because I was like, dang, am I gonna be in a deep problem if I tell my mom? And I was scared, and I was so upset, and I was hurt about the fact that my dad did that to my mom, because my mom do everything that a wife supposed to do. She wash, she cook, she clean, she make sure you get good sex in bed, she make sure you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, clean clothes, clean sheets, clean house. You were treated like a king. You know what I'm saying? Even when my mom is sick as a dog, my mom do her wifely duty. I never see my dad pampered my mom when she's sick. Never, ever, 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 never, 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 ever, 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 ever. But one day I got fed up of holding it in, and I called my mom and said, Mommy, I want to say something to you. And she said, I've been observing you that you acting very uncomfortable, and you're not, and she said, what is it? Tell me, someone touched you? What is it? And I was like, no one didn't touch me, yada yada. And I was saying like, Mom, did you know that Dad brought a woman in your house and have sex with her as well? And she said, what? Where is it? My spirit never did a lie, That mother said, my spirit never did a lie, but didn't know. And somebody did tell me, and yada yada yada. So my heart a beat fast, so cause I still like Jesus. I put myself in one big batty hole now. I just brave up and just take what I have to take and accept what I accept. No, my father, she, him. I should say him. My apologies. Call man, my mother confront him about everything, and it go to left to right to center and whatever. And my mom left out of the house. My dad stayed. And my dad find a electrical wire. Those wires that you attach in the house to make lights and light come in your house? Okay. My dad took the rubber off the wires, wrap it up in his hand, and start hitting me with it. Face got it, back, everywhere, all over me got it. I almost blind as well. And when my little brothers were saying, Dad, stop, you're hurting her. He said, you want some too? And listen, my face was swelling, all over me was swelling and looked bruised. My skin got cuts and all the stuff, and I was like, damn. Them always say in Jamaica, see people business, leave it alone, And them always say, him farmer no good, but it's like you as a young little child, 9, 10, 11 year old, you were like, why doing that? If you love somebody and this person is the person that you're married to, why would you do it? Why would you think of doing it to hurt the person? And the person is doing everything that you want him to do. When my mom was supposed to look at work, my dad was saying, stay home, stay home. We're gonna look at 5 people them. And my mom did just that. She stayed home. She was a stay-at-home wife. She did everything. Everything. I'm not saying he didn't provide food. He didn't provide roof. But what about celebrating your wife's birthday? What about celebrating you guys' anniversary? What about celebrating your kid's birthday? You know, what about going out with your wife? What about going out with your wife and kids? You know, having a family day. You know what I'm saying? None of those pretty little stuff. Yeah, none of that. And it was so sad. You know, and the thing is that, you know, when my mother took up my poopa, you know, even though I have dry doodle in a batty water, she take him up. I'm with no fear, no shirt, one short jeans, no slippers. Yeah. And him there sell liquor for one construction site. So imagine a woman take up you when I have nothing. And when you start make the money, even before you start make the money, you get bun. And when you start make the money more and more, you get worse about you do the things that you make woman all call her phone. All these ladies are calling my mom phone being disrespectful. How do you think they would call my mom and be disrespectful if the man who's supposed to be her husband is sleeping and lying with them? Like, get it together. Like, you know. And when my mom confronted him about these women calling her phone, disrespect her, you know, remember, any woman would be getting upset about that and confronting you, and she's gonna say things. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but you hurt her more. You know, my father hit my mom just because she's telling him and arguing with him about that situation where women are calling him, cussing her, arguing with her over him. You know what I'm saying? But me, you know what I'm saying? But me I say, if we not take the man, right, and we say we not keep the man, we don't have the time to call the wife. You are just dumbass, bum-ass bitch. I don't want to say that word because I don't know if you two gonna. Yeah. And I was like, this man doesn't deserve my mom. And I always say, Mom, why don't you leave him? Leave him. Leave that little boy, that demon, that person that is not a human being, because it doesn't care about you and it doesn't care about us. I remember my dad left us in our community to rot, because in his back of his head, oh, we're gonna die from hunger, people gonna kill us, yada yada, all those stuff. So in his brain, he left us behind, but when the time comes, we dead, but God preserve us. And my mom had an uncle, which is my grand uncle. God bless that man 1,000 times. My dad left my mom when she just had her last child, which is his and his child as well. Like, my brother was 1 week old and my dad left us at our home with no money, no food. Only thing we had, a little bit of gas, and my mom have to boil water and give us to drink every day. We didn't have any food. And remember, my brother was 1 week old and my dad left us with nothing. But my mom do call him crying and saying at least to give her money to get food for the kids. My dad cursed my mama out, say the most. My mom was crying and all that stuff. And I remember when my little brother was so hungry, my mom like used to grow like mint and aloe vera and also pepper, and my brother was so hungry where he almost eat the grass. At that time my brother was like 3-4 years old, and I was like, dang, this is real, and I have to take my brother up because I didn't want him to eat the grass. Because okay, that brother is my father's second child, and the other child I was telling you guys about, that is 1 week old. It's 1 week old. He's just a baby. And I remember when my dad was leaving her and us, and my mom standing in front of the car with my brother my brother at 1 week old baby. And my mom said, holding the baby in her hand in front of the car, are you gonna leave me and the kids here hungry? You really want to leave us here, Dave? And my dad wanted to run the car over my mom with the baby in her hand. And just because he saw me and my other little brother looking at him and her and the baby in the hand, he didn't drive the car more to run the car over my mom. My mom was crying too. That was so hard to see someone go through so much pain that showed you so much love and you want to cause a lot of pain on that person. That's not nice, you know?
Amen.
And he left us to starve. My mom will call, he's always hanging up or he doesn't answer the call. And another man just come into our lives. I never forgot when my mom had that little container where she was selling men clothes and the guy bought everything in there. And like, my mom said, wait, I'm gonna get you a chain. And the guy said, no, I can see that you really need it. Keep the chain as well. And from that guy been helping my mom, helping us, making sure everything is good with us. You know what I'm saying? And when my dad heard about it, my dad came back and beat my mom up. I wanted to get a knife and stab that man to death, you know, because you left us to die and someone come and help us. And then you, God, listen, I don't know if I'm gonna focus on thinking about relationship with a man or not right now, because the things that I see my mom had to go through with my dad, it's a lot to take in. Because why would you do that? Why? No, I've learned that all these times my father knew that my mom could become a good and a better person in life, but he was jealous of the success that my mom could have. So he rather my mom is beneath him, breaking through her like she's a dog, which my mom is not a dog. Okay, she's a beautiful queen, loving, caring queen. I love her so much. She's the best of the best, no doubt, you know. But some of these men don't deserve my mom at all, and my mom deserves someone who genuinely listen. I'm not gonna say my mom is perfect. She's not. She has a very sassy mouth. She can get really sassy if you push her to that limit. If you go low, she will go to hell. You know what I'm saying? But she's trying to work on that within herself. But do not push her to the limit, because she will give you what you're looking for, and I'm telling you, you won't be able to handle what she will give to you. But for my dad, God rest his soul in peace, but I always tell everybody, and I always say, whatever you get, you deserve it all, because you have someone who love you, genuine with you, and will go to the end of the earth for you. And you treat that person that way, and then you think that it's okay. Yeah, I remember when my dad was cheating on my mom, and I even said I'm gonna search through his phone. My dad is the first guy phone I ever searched through, and I see all the women in there and all the texts, and I sit and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried, and I said, you know what? This taught me a lesson. Never in your entire life of living search into a man's phone. Oh, this other fruit here is lychee, whatever it is. It tastes really good. It tastes like coconut. My mom loved it. She always seen it. I always seen it. I was like, what the hell is it? But it really tastes really good. I think some people already tried it, because I see a lot of people on media tried it already. And I would say, hey, I need to try this to see how does it really taste. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy and have a blessed one. See you next time. Bye, guys.